ever since Queen Naomi Silekunola announced her separation from Ooni of Ife on the 23rd of December 2021. She has never been seen anywhere close to the palace, and she has never returned to the palace. And the Ile-Ife Traditional Council has allegedly decided to wash her aura from the Ooni of Ife's palace according to the tradition. Hi guys, you're watching Mchikky series. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. I quite appreciate that. It's good to have you around again. And if you're new to this channel, thank you for clicking on this video and make yourself comfortable as we get right into this video. Also hit the red subscribe button and turn your notification bell on, that way you get our latest updates. So if you can remember very well, last year 2021 on 23rd of December, Olori Naomi, through her Instagram post, announced her separation from Ooni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi, and this is Ooni of Ife's third marriage. So she announced that after she narrated a long story of what transpired, telling the whole world that Ooni has two faces. There's a personality he portrays outside and there's a personality he portrays at home. And also with the Ayabas in the palace, she was not finding it easy with all of them. A whole lot of things happened. A lot of people came with their smear campaign about the family, saying how wretched the family was before she met Ooni of Ife and how they bettered their life from Ooni of Ife. But what do you expect if you get married to the king? I don't expect anything less than that. You have to make your family okay. But my problem is that she didn't make enough research before she got into the marriage. If you claim that you're a prophetess and you want to uphold your faith, you don't have any business with the custodian of culture, tradition and religion. You face your God. These are two different religions. Traditional rulers, they adopt African traditional religion in as much as they represent everybody in their community. Then you, prophetess, you mind their religion and face your God. According to the report, it reads that following prophetess Shey Naomi refusing to return after publicly announcing her separation from the traditional ruler Oba Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi, the Ile-Ife Council has allegedly decided to wash her aura from Ooni of Ife's palace. So according to the tradition, since she doesn't want to return to the palace after publicly announcing her separation from Ooni of Ife, there's supposed to be a traditional rite which involves the spiritual cleaning of the palace of unwelcome people and spirits. That is to say that Naomi's flame will never flare again in the Giesi royal dynasty. She's never a queen, only the mother of Ooni of Ife's prince. So she's never a queen. So what was she when she was living with the king? Anyway, I don't know what will happen to their son, whether they want to raise him in the palace or whether Naomi will raise the son in Akure, but it will be very difficult because as a king, he will want the son to be raised in the palace where he'll be put through a lot of traditions and ethics that concerns the Yoruba tradition. So I don't know how Naomi will be able to manage it. This is also her only child. Will she be able to leave her child to return to the palace? Let's see how it plays out. This story is going to be long. The most shocking part of this story is that some people saw this coming. There was this old man on Aseba Africa, according to the story, and the man has even passed. He said it 3 years ago when Ooni of Ife married Queen Naomi. He said that Naomi will eventually run out of the palace, and if she stayed there, that she's gonna lose her life. Now that was what the Ifa oracle said. If Ifa oracle said that, why didn't they find a way to annul it or find a way to call off the marriage before this happens?
Oba Enitan Ogunwusi just married a prophetess now.
They will still crash.
Oh, you mean this second marriage? That is
crash and he will run away.
Oh, this prophetess will run away.
Either die or run away. He's a prophetess married to like Babalawo like. It cannot work.
So what do the prophet needs to do now? Because it appears that she loved the Ooni so much. What can she do to?
He didn't love Ooni, just see money. There's something that will happen will not make them to marry each other again. According to Ifa oracle.
So it now made me to wonder, did they actually consult the oracle? Based on the interview granted to Ifa priest, he made it clear that Ifa oracle should be consulted before an Oba would take a woman as a wife. There are loads of Ayabas in the palace, including Ashley, who is supposed to be the person on the limelight now. But according to the story, that she cannot be the queen, she can't be Olori because she has already got a child. She is a single mother, and the funny thing is that she has been there even before the king married Urola the Edo lady. After her, then comes Naomi. She's still there and she's still around. If she's always there, she's a constant in the palace. Then the king might break the protocol and make her a queen. It means she's very important, she's very relevant to the throne. It It was stated that according to the customs and tradition, you always have women in the palace. Some of these people are ayabas. Some of them have been there long ago. Even before the present Ooni took over the throne, they've been there. They've been living in the palace. Some of them are concubines. They are there for the king. So some of the ayabas that are in the palace include Ayaba Ronke Ademiluyi, who has been there before Ooni of Ife ascended the throne, the monarch, in 2015. The London-trained lawyer is a very well-known entrepreneur who shuttled between UK and Nigeria, and she is the founder of popular fashion showcase platform African Fashion Week Nigeria. As a prince then, the now Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi company was one of the major sponsors of the African Fashion Week Nigeria. The fashion showcase platform, founded by Princess Ronke Ademiluyi, who is a single mother of one. The Ayaba has no one here. They don't want to settle for the palace. They always like to shuttle between Nigeria and abroad, probably UK or US or any other foreign country. Interesting though. It's like he's interested in people who are based in the UK. Ashley is also based in the UK, and she shuttles between UK and Nigeria. She's a single mom, and she has a foundation that caters for single moms, widows, less privileged, and orphans. According to them, that she is blue blood too, meaning that she's also a princess like Princess Ronke. Then there is this lady, Olori Laura, but not much is known about her. There was a time, I think in 2018, they say she may be pregnant with Ooni's baby. All these are allegations, and I think based on these allegations, somebody left me a message saying that Ooni of Ife allegedly had a son before Naomi gave birth to their son. That probably they asked the other woman not to flaunt her son. It's Naomi's son that's recognized. The same way she's the only face people know as the queen. The thing is that if there's another son, he will not be hidden. It will be all over the internet, but I've not read the news anyway, and there has not been confirmation to this news. They also talked about Princesses Temitope Adesegun and KB Fadojutimi, and they said that these ones are queens that have been in Ooni's harem before Olori Naomi came on board. The very beautiful Princess Temitope has been an intimidating resume, counting Oxford, Cambridge, INSEAD, Harvard as some of her alma maters, and some even describe her as an overachiever. She used to work as personal assistant to Babatunde Raji Fashola, former governor of Lagos State. She is said to have been married. She is actually based in Lagos and the director of Hope Alive Initiative, poverty alleviation advocacy that is powered by the House of Odua by the Ooni. Then the Princess Kemi B. Fadojutumi was based in the US but relocated to Nigeria some time ago. She is the CEO of All Eyes on Africa Media. She's also a director of Dare to Dream organization, which is an advocacy agency. She has represented the monarch at some functions before. Most of these ayabas are successful ladies in the society. They have one thing or the other to do abroad, and they also have organization, either they're advocating or they're campaigning for one thing or the other. In as much as Naomi said that there are side attractions, but they are not her problem. But when you critically look at it, you see that these ladies are enough competition for her. They are great intimidation to her, whether she believes it or not. And there's even a professor among them, Professor Lakpejun Adefunke Esimai, that she is a highly cerebral professor of health from the Bafemi Awolowo University Ile-Ife. She's an accomplished physician and consultant on public health. Professor Esimai lost her husband some time ago. She's now Ooni's wife, allegedly lives in Ife. She also doubles as King's personal physician. This is really interesting. So many wives, so many ayabas in the King's Palace. These are the kind of things you see in King's Palace, in any traditional King's Palace. That's the way they roll. There are concubines, there are wives, there are queens. But in case of Ooni of Ife, he wants to be with one queen, but I don't know how far he can go with that. It is very obvious that he cannot live with one queen. It's better for him to call his queens so that they will know there are so many queens there. He will know how to manage his homes, because right now things are going haywire. One queen comes, the next day she's leaving, another person walks in, the next day the person is leaving. In African setting, it's very hard to see a king with one wife. And sometimes I hear people say that they have Christian king in African tradition. I don't know the kind of king. That person will be a traditional king in an African setting or a Nigerian setting, where you have sacrifices to be offered to the gods, and you have the gods of the land that has to be appeased and all that. I don't know how the king will do it. So if you know, let me know in the comment section if there is actually a Christian king. African traditional religion is a religion on its own, and it's the religion of our ancestors. So there are sacrifices to be made, and most often the mode of worship is different. There are libations to be poured. Basically, there are other sacrifices that the traditional ruler does for the progress of his community. So let me know what you guys think about this. I'm gonna sign off here. Stay healthy and safe. Remember to share this video with family and friends if you love it, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done already. And I'm gonna catch you guys in my next video. Bye and remain blessed.